So after seeing a lot of videos and just my students and anyone really, just a lot of people training on a heavy bag or trying to get better at heavy bag training, I'm just seeing a lot of people suffocating their bag, right? Or stepping in and crowding their bag to a degree that they don't have the kicks. So they throw these, they get in tight and then they throw like an awkward, like compressed kick because they don't know how to like regain the distance to throw a proper roundhouse kick or to regain their long range weapons like their straight punches. So they get in tight and then they throw everything a little tight and then you start seeing this stuff. So what that is just a lack of understanding with regard to how to move around a heavy bag. Since it is stationary, when you're hitting pads, your pad holder is moving. So you're probably used to just coming forward and always having the distance to throw a kick effectively, or your long range strikes. They're helping create the proper distance for you to land your strikes properly. But on the bag, it is your responsibility. You need to know how to move around this thing. First of all, you need to know how to start. I see people step into a bag and they just start going and then they're in the bag right away. They're in this space. So let's just talk about like, where do you even start? Well, this is a good distance, okay? And I see people starting at this distance, but even that isn't fully correct. Here, touch your bag with your lead hand, then you take a step back. This is the proper distance. This is where you want to be. To step in, have the proper distance for your long range weapons, your straights, and specifically for Muay Thai and kickboxing, to open up your kicks, right? If I'm even here, look, my kick is already jammed, right? My teep is already jammed. So here and back, as far as your punches, they're there. The one that brings us in are hooks, right? Whether you throw a tight hook or a longer European style hook, then you tend to just stay here. So we're gonna talk about that in this video. Right off top, if you find yourself in, one quick way to reset your distance is to slide back and then you're at your proper kicking distance again. But you can't keep having to do that. Right? Boom. And then you keep having to slide back. It's not enough. So what do? If I stayed with my straight strikes the whole time, I could probably stay at the proper distance, but something will eventually bring us forward towards the bag. Once inside, this is a boxing range. Now, if I'm boxing, you can get a lot of work done here. And if you're just doing conditioning, well, then you'll get a great workout. But everything is crowded, everything is stuffed, everything is short. And from a kickboxing and Muay Thai perspective, we do not want that. We have to find a way to get our range back, to get our kicking distance back. Or this heavy bag work is pretty useless from a Muay Thai kickboxing perspective if I cannot get my leg strikes in. So once inside on a hook or an elbow, of course I have knees as far as getting leg strikes in. And I already discussed sliding back, maybe framing, or just after you hit, stepping back to regain the proper distance for long range weapons. But the reason I'm shooting this part of the video at this angle is to show you angles. Angles are so crucial, but we need our footwork to pull this off, and we have to understand our footwork. And if I understand my footwork, and I'm able to use my footwork to create the right angles, then I elevate my striking. So let's start with something simple. Let's go 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. I could step in on the 3, or 1, 2, 3. Now I'm here. Now how do I create range aside from just stepping straight back? I can of course frame. There's my kicking weapon. There's my long range weapon. But if I'm in this close, I can also just step this angle here. There's my long range weapon. There's my kick. And I have another hook. If I step in here and I'm here, I can pivot this angle and there's my kick. So not just stepping back to get back to my long range weapons, but taking an angle to the side gives me that distance necessary for long range hand strikes. And of course, my coveted roundhouse kicks, teeps, and all my leg strikes. So again, the purpose of this video is to show you how to understand maintaining distance from your bag and not doing your bag work tight here because you don't understand how to regain the distance that you started with, which is again, arm's length and a step back. And that is our starting distance. That is the distance I want so I can develop effective striking skills for Muay Thai and kickboxing. And boxing, I mean, understanding the distance, the angles, moving, shh, shh, shh. Knowing how to move around a bag. It's not a straight line, forward, back, or even this way, side to side. Those are lines that we can move in, but you have to have an angle here as well, or circles. Okay, you can circle here, circle here, circle. You have a V step, step. Some people switch stances, some people just take the V step this way and change the angle. V step this way for pivot. Some great kicking drills, shuffle, boom, shuffle, boom. Shuffle, boom, shuffle, boom. Even boxing, you got your Tyson shuffle, right? So next time you're hitting the heavy bag, you're getting some solid rounds in, you know, try that. Try those angles, try that movement, try in and out, try circling. So I hope those tips are helpful in improving your heavy bag rounds and leveling up your Muay Thai or kickboxing or even your boxing overall. If you're enjoying the content, guys, please be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.